even when you're caring, because most of the time, people who overcare, they're looking for validation.
Yeah.
And the worst kind of people you want to associate yourself with is somebody who looks for validation. Because it doesn't matter who is validating them, they will go to anybody just for that validation.
Exactly.
That means it's just a matter of time before they turn on you.
Danger.
It's just a matter of time.
Like, stand for something.
Stand for something.
Like, I hate hoes who do
Like,
not. You do not have a more.
You don't have any principle
You don't have
stand
nothing,
on.
bro. Like, I'd rather a babe who literally does not give a shit about women. Tu anataka to build validation.
Yeah.
Or somebody who fucking hates.
Yeah.
Have a standpoint
Have
at least,
something.
bitch. Have a spine. Like, I do not like people who do not spineless hoes.
Yeah.
Like
There are people who benefit from your stupidity and your naivety and your ignorance. So the moment you don't preserve your energy, they're gonna realize that you're not preserving your energy, but they will not tell you because they're benefiting
because
from
they're
it.
benefiting.
And the minute you realize it, now you're the bad one.
You're the bad guy. Yeah. Because they're so used to you being the nice person. You're the one who always cares, nurtures, and does all that. So the moment you stop, they're like, you've changed. You're not the same person. I'm like,
But because that's
what
what
you've self-realization. So, of late, I noticed that society praises endurance until it takes you. Today, you're exhausted, but you keep going. Tomorrow, your body keeps going, but slowly your mind shuts down. There's this girl, a college graduate, who was admitted in a mental asylum. She was just a normal girl, normal dreams. Everything was just the way a normal girl should have their life going. Until one day she sat in her room, staring at one spot on the wall for hours. Then she got out of the room, having forgotten her name, pulling on her hair until her scalp started bleeding. When people asked her what was wrong, she said, "I'm tired." Now she's just locked away for something she should have talked to somebody. Because of lack, somebody failed to show up for her. Somebody was supposed to be there for her, but they weren't. Or maybe somebody was there, but she did not want to speak up. You know, suicide is not actually, it's not an escape. Suicide is, the cause of death is usually refusing help. So it got me thinking about moral injury and reactive abuse, like the kind of things that people go through in relationships at any level, and then they just reach their breaking point and they start to go crazy. So nobody sees the build-up, they just see the crazy reaction. And then tunakuja matanga yako, and then we say, she should have talked to somebody. Why didn't she say anything? It's obvious you're not checking up on the people we love. It's obvious you're not doing enough for them. You can't tell me you love somebody and then I do love you, Yvonne, right? I cannot love you or Moi and then wake up one day and decide, you know what, I'm too busy for these two and I love them. At least once in a while I'll call you and ask you, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you really okay? Plus there's something you once told me. I'll always have your 8 minutes. Yeah. Always have 8 minutes for the person you love. Always. Yep.
Yeah.
Z, I was trying to engage you guys. Na mko tu mnasikiza. I'm like, bitches, what's happening?
Right, let me be honest, man. Yesterday, Miss kulala, mi nimelala 1 hour, but we called you. So, we are talking about moral injuries, ndo? Na mmesikia, natumai mmesikia.
Umesikia.
Natumai mmesikia. Story inaitwaje? Hadithi.
I
Ambayo
tried
tumesimuliwa
wait,
na dada
wait,
na dada
wait,
yetu.
wait. Unajua behind my storytelling skills, nilikuwa nimejitayarisha. Like mkurugenzi in the building. Alafu nimeona tu hivi, I don't know. Something happens to my system when I see the cameras. I forget everything I know.
Anyway, so we were talking about moral injuries. Ni mnaongelelea gloss wenye iko tamu.
Ni tamu bo.
Moral injuries. So I'm gonna read to you what it's defined as. So moral injury describes the psychological, social, and spiritual distress that results from actions or a lack of action that violates someone's core moral values or ethical code. Unlike PTSD, which is primarily rooted in fear, response to life-threatening events, moral injury is a guilt or shame-based response to a perceived moral transgression. Yeah, it occurs when a person feels that they have crossed a line that they cannot be uncrossed, or when they feel deep betrayal by an authority figure in a high-stake situation. Yeah. Now, from the story yenye mmepewa. Yeah? From the story yenye mmepewa, like, you can see, like, how moral injury works and how, as an example of the story, we can give you another example. Like, even in homes, watu wengine wanaishi bado na wazazi, and not all parents are emotionally or or mentally
True.
si wakubwa, ni wako na utoto kwa hizo vitu. But what we're saying is, yeah, when you're living with those people, it little by little ina affectingi, ina affect how even you view them, how you think even respect itakuwa kidogo towards them, you know, because you feel like they're hurting you, so shit, might as well, you know.
True.
So, like, in examples like that, so I have a question for you guys. Now, with somebody with moral injury, ni nini anaweza fanya, like, to feel better? Like, because moral injury, like, you feel sasa guilt. Wewe ndo unasikia vibaya sasa. Yeah. Like, you're feeling sasa. It makes you feel like it's very self-inflicting. Like,
I feel like you see that crazy reaction after the betrayal, after that pain, it may surpass the amount of pain you can carry. I don't think you should, you will feel guilty about your reaction, but you've been undergoing abuse for so long that your system has finally chosen to fight back.
No, like, unajigaslight. You know, guilt is like from gaslighting yourself from the truth. You're like, oh, manze, maybe ni mimi ndo nimefanya vibaya, not this other party, you know? You're like,
yeah.
Enyewe labda ni mimi, because you know, when you're living with a narcissistic person,
Tell me about
show me. You're gonna have a long ass day, because they turn your reaction into like into like the basis sasa.
Yeah. True.
Ni mimi ndo naambia hivyo.
And they actually make sure they have an audience so that they can be like, Si niliwaambia anakuanga hivi. You see?
Anakuanga
You see?
cheesy.
This is not half of
Anakuanga
what she
cheesy.
does. I know, but okay, I mean, if I'm being honest, like the moment my buttons are pushed to that extent, I don't give a fuck whatever the fuck it is that I'm going to do. If I do something chaotic, something crazy, it just shows that my system cannot take that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Cannot take the abuse. Of course, outside, like, nyinyi hamtajua kitu ili happen behind the scenes. Mtaona tu reaction yangu. Hamtaona build up. Yeah, what caused that reaction. So, moral injury, I think, inakuanga healed na 4 things. Validation. Mtu akikuja kushow Terry enyewe, like, yeah, you are justified. Kama that's what you've been going through. Validation ama pia boundaries. Ukisha create boundaries to prevent that from happening. Like hautakubali mtu akupush to certain limits. The moment you see that small reaction from somebody ni kama anataka kukuonyesha you don't matter ama they don't give a fuck about you. It's not in your place to give a fuck about what the fuck it is they give a fuck about. You just walk away for your own sanity. You honestly, you will be that girl mwenye uko in a small room repeating I'm sorry to yourself for the rest of your life. You couldn't make certain decisions to maintain your sanity.
Na nimefanya ka research kadogo hata kama like I wasn't girl, nimefanya like a little bit of research on like moral injury, and apparently it's affecting mostly healthcare workers, veterans, masoja wanaitwa military
Militia.
Military people, like law enforcement people, and like social workers.
True.
Because like in these cases like you work with a number of people and your morals are gonna be tested. Yeah, like for example, you don't believe in like killing other people, but you have to though. Like who umetumwa kwa battleground to like
why would you apply to be part of the Kenya Defense Forces or whatever that involves killing people and you don't want to kill nobody?
The job is not to kill people.
Yeah,
the job is to protect. But with this protection comes you firing at enemies.
You need the last option.
And inakuanga last resolution.
Kama umewatch The Rookie. Unapatanga before an officer pull out the gun, amejaribu kukusomea everything. Kutoka nje, inua mikono, nini. Ukijaribu kurestrain in any way ama we urushe yako as the first one.
Yeah.
Ndio itabidi.
Ilikuanga episode 1 season 1 uko mbele.
True, but you do know in your job description kuna that part where you have to fire at living things, human beings, that is.
That's
what
so you'd rather wo uliwe?
No, I wouldn't.
No,
I'm saying if you're part of the army ama whatever, you have to. Ukiingia battleground hakuna eti I don't believe in killing people. You cannot negotiate with the enemy.
Okay,
there's no time to negotiate with them.
Twende sasa kwa like healthcare people like
kuna masi killing
like no for like healthcare people like
I'm not for killing, I swear.
Bro, like you've done all you can. Manze.
Okay, yeah, there is.
And sasa wako tu kwa life support, like machines are the ones working for them.
Yeah.
And then
it gets to a point where
maybe, as a healthcare person inafikanga mahali you're like when your patient gets worse you're like
they've been declared
I haven't done enough for my patient.
Uh-huh.
You start questioning your skill set. You start questioning how much you did for them to be able to like get where they are, and now you start feeling sad. And that's why it's really important. I remember when I was working in the hospital, tuliambiwa sisi si Yesu. So tuachie Yesu kazi yake. Like our work is not to heal, our work is to guide. Na ikifika point yenye imeshindikana, you just let it go. And then it's really very hard. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa ukivaa hii koti, you're the doctor. Ukitoa it's okay to be like another person. And it was really difficult for me because I was carrying the load of my patients. I was like, manze, I feel like I should do more for this person, and this person doesn't want to do more for themselves. Now I'm carrying the guilt, and hadi nilikuwa nasikia tu nikiamka asubuhi tu nasikia nimechoka kwenda kazi because I'm like, fuck, like I'm going to like this environment again. And then I had to like sit back. I had this one supervisor, amazing supervisor. I had this two. The first two supervisors I had were, shout out babes, it was Jane and Viola. They were very nurturing. Ikifika point yenye you're very burnt out, they're like, it's okay, kesho, it's okay if tomorrow you don't come to work, because they understand like in that sector you get really burnt out. Like unasikia shida za kila mtu until you're like,
you see you as are lesser than.
Hey bro, like nilikuwa nakujiwa na like grown ass people. And
but do you think your job is, of course it is important, but do you think it puts, like, you're supposed to put so much weight on yourself because of your job?
You can't help it.
That's okay.
You can't help it.
What you do at home,
bro, you can't help it because it's
You
very ni kama conditioning, like you've done it so much.
Yeah.
So like pia wewe unajicondition, ndio maana kila therapist anakuanga na therapist wake.
Yeah.
Because if you keep bottling it up, you'll be one of the patients. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa hivyo. Unajua unaweza jipata hapa usipochunga, like if you don't take care of yourself. So like it made me realize also like I have to take care of myself in order to be able to take care of other people.
True.
So yeah, and I think it applies the same to like kila mahali. In order to be able to help other people, you have to help yourself first. And I started applying that in my life. Now I'm Gucci. Like, be a little bit selfish, but it's not bad.
Not a little bit. Let every decision you make be guided by your self-interest.
Yes.
Don't put anybody else's interest before your own.
Exactly.
Be selfish. Be self-centered.
Kwanza for us firstborn, nini?
Tell them.
Babes.
Tell them.
Inakwanga ngumu because you want to be selfish, and then your sibling is like, like I'm fine with this, and then you have to like take a pause on your own so that you can cater for them. You can't help it, but
true. But in this society we are in, today's dates, be selfish, be self-centered, think about yourself and yourself alone. I don't know why somebody would come from nowhere, alafu I'm making a decision, and then they're like, you're selfish. And then I'm like, okay, so dude, if you were me, what would you do? Honestly, I'm so done.
They're also selfish because they're saying that because you've not considered
them. Yeah, you've not considered them. You want me to consider you. And then there are people who feel so entitled. They think that you're supposed to think about them in everything that you do. Mind you, it's my life. It doesn't revolve around anybody else. It revolves all around me. Like I am the center of my everything. Juu nikilala kwa hiyo pillow, those zina go through my mind. At the end of the day, it's only me and me alone. Hautakuwa hapo kuniambia, yo, Terry, it's okay.
You know,
Ni mimi najaribu
the
kujiconvince.
people who benefit from your stupidity and your naivety and your ignorance. So the moment you don't preserve your energy, they're gonna realize that you're not preserving your energy, but they will not tell you who they're benefiting
Because
from
they're
it.
benefiting.
And the minute you realize it, now you're the bad one.
You're the bad guy. Yeah. Because they're so used to you being the nice person. You're the one who always cares, nurtures, and does all that. So the moment you stop, they're like, you've changed. You're not the same person. I'm like,
But because
nigga,
that's
I
what
have
you
self-realization.
Yeah.
True. Because they actually say you get the reaction you get from somebody, it's from within you. Hiyo ndo kitu alikuwa anatafuta. That's what sasa nikikuja nikwambia wewe ni mjinga, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that reaction. I want you to be angry at me. I want you to call me names, right? So that that satisfies my whatever it is that made me call you that. So even when you're caring, because most of the time people who overcare, they're looking for validation.
Yeah.
And the worst kind of people you want to associate yourself with is somebody who looks for validation. Because it doesn't matter who is validating them, they will go to anybody just for that validation. Exactly. That means it's just a matter of time before they turn on you.
Danger.
It's just a matter of time.
Those are the type of people who we call like male wanaitanga nini? Male-centered, like
I thought we are giving
like bro man, like calm down man. For dick, mjulu. Shit.
There was a certain post I saw on Movies or whatever. She was saying, I hate a bitch who doesn't know, who doesn't stand for anything in life. Stand for something.
Like stand for something.
Stand for something.
Like I hate hoes who do not. You do not have a more.
You don't have any principle.
You don't have
stand
nothing,
on,
bro. Like I'd rather a babe who literally does not give a shit about women. Tu anataka tu male validation.
Yeah.
Or somebody who fucking hates.
Yeah.
Have a standpoint
Have
at
something.
least, bitch. Have a spine. Like, I do not like people who do not. Spineless hoes.
Yeah. Like anything can fill your cup. Anything.
You're just like,
it's okay.
Oh, everything flies, bro. Like,
and I was thinking about that, nilikuwa like scroll and then nikarudi. Wait a minute, what did she say? And I'm like, true.
I'm like, no, because people who do not have a standpoint also are very, very dangerous.
Very.
Because like,
what's wrong with you? Like,
basi
kuwa na principle. Kuwa na principle tunaweza sema. You see, when you look at this girl, she's like this.
Tunajua uni nani.
Lakini sasa ni rainbow. Okay.
Hiding in the grass.
Not like that.
No, I don't wanna.
But have a stand. Don't let everything fill your cup. Don't be so thirsty for
anything.
Anything.
Like kwa tuna msimamo.
Yeah. Also, this goes to all the babes out there. Have something that you want, something that pushes you to wake up every day. You know why? It's just a matter of time before you start getting bored. And then you sit in your room and start having thoughts that you're useless, you don't matter. And then it's just like ukienda out and then unaulizwa unataka? We unaanga jibu. Kila saa unaanga jibu. I'll have what? No.
Let me tell you something.
Acha nini niongee.
Wacha niongee. Nyamaza mami. Wacha niongee.
But hawezi kuwa you never know what it is that you want. Know something you want. But I'm not depressed. When I was younger, I used to know, like, nilikuwa najua kitu nataka. I used to know when I grow up I want to be a cardiologist. I want to be a lawyer. I want this kind of life. But with time, I got so occupied and so into perspectives za watu and everything that I forgot everything I ever wanted. Nikaka chini nikajiuliza, do you know, as for me, I know what I love. I know what I hate, not what I love, what I hate. Naweza kuambia, mi sipendi hivi. Lakini ukikaa chini uniulize, Terry, what do you want? Ama what do you love? I don't have any idea. So, I sat down na nikajiambia, you know what? From today henceforth, I'm gonna try everything so that I can decide what it is that I want, because I lost that version of me so long ago because I became, and I stopped having original thoughts. Thought yote niko nayo iko inspired na certain thing, iko inspired na something somebody said, something I saw. I don't have any original thoughts.
I saw somebody like speaking on that, like how people do not have original thoughts these days. Watu hawana like creativity and stuff. Somebody was talking about it on TikTok, and I sat down and I'm like, when was the last time, bro, that you sat down and like actually, you know, like I'm a creative, I create all the time. But then when did I sit with my thoughts and think, unajua ndo nisemange like I do not like men. I sat down and thought about it and thought why I do not like men. I did not start saying I don't like men, even too out of nowhere. So like nilikaa chini nikafikiria, and then I started seeing kwa FYP yangu that I wasn't alone, and I'm like,
yeah, tuko wengi.
That is exactly how my FYP looks like.
Yeah, so like and I don't remember
and
the last time.
Reasons.
Guys,
Exactly.
okay.
And I don't remember the last time
Maliza
I sat down and I said, oh me, I like this, or I don't like this, or I'm thinking about something that, or I got an idea from somewhere and I continued thinking about it until the end, until to get like another original idea from something, you know? Like it's been a long while. But kitambo, I used to be like, you know, quick with the
me, I sat
like,
down yesterday.
I've been brain rotting a lot, and you know, like I noticed like since I lost my brother in October last year. May his soul rest in peace. And since then, I've been like, you know, suppressing, like, you know, just bottling up everything. Yeah. And then recently again, my homeboy died. Like, rest in peace. So I've noticed like a pattern. When I'm grieving, I suppress. And I was talking to like my friends, and they were like, not my friend, my cousin. I call her, she's not my cousin, but yeah, she's my niece, but I call her my cousin. So we were seated, we were catching up. She was like, oh, you know, like you've really changed, like, you know, and she's younger than me. She's actually 16, and she's like, hey, Mui, you know, you've really changed. Like you've lost your spark. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like she was like, you know, kitambo, like you used to like do this and this and this and this and this, and now these days you just lost your spark. And I sat down. When I lost my homeboy recently, I was like, I promised myself that I'm gonna live more, you know, and like celebrate life more and not just being on survival mode, as much as it's very hard. And right now that like I'm grieving and shit, and yeah, the process of grieving is still ongoing. Like I need also to like live, because life is supposed to be lived and not survived, because I was in survival mode since fucking October, because I was like, bitch, I gotta be strong for, like, I gotta be strong for, you
You
know,
have to be
because, you know,
strong
like,
for nothing.
I was trying to be strong for my mom, you know. My mom lost the son. My brother lost his brother. Like, people lost someone that I love, and and not just strangers. It's somebody, my family, my immediate family lost somebody that I loved, and I was trying to, like, you know, because they were so worried about me. Because when I heard about my brother's passing, I was so distraught, and they were so worried about me. And at some point I was like, you know me, I don't like when people worry about me, so I was like, bitch, you gotta be strong, you know, like. So I started, you know, for me, I just pretend, and people, like, I'm always like, yeah, I'm the life of the party and shit, and you know, but when I come back, I'm like, so, like, I just shut down.
So this is
And then
it.
I'm like, and then I'm back to grief again. So, like, I realized, like, I didn't actually feel my emotions really at that moment, and I'm still working on, like, feeling my emotions and not feeling guilty for not feeling my emotions, and not feeling, you know. I haven't, saizi si mnakumbuka nikiwaambia tu sahi, like, I was reading and then I saw anhedonia. It's a term we use in psychology for not feeling joy. And I saw it and I was like, fuck, bitch, it's been a while since you felt, like, actual joy. Like, I feel happy, like, I'm gonna be, like, drinking and I'm, like, happy. And then once it wears off, now I'm back. You know? Like, I'm back to being, like, this depressed bitch.
And that's how addiction is
depressed
born,
country
actually.
bitch. And that's how, by the way, that's
It's
how
how
addiction
is
starts.
born. Because
But for, like,
you're
siwezi
high,
sema,
you're
like,
happy,
I do not
unarudi
know.
factory reset.
Yeah. But then though, like, I use it to, like, suppress as a form of escape. I use it for escapism, because you feel a lot until you don't want to feel anymore, you know.
Yeah.
You just want to be numb.
And one day utakuwa numb. Actually, if you keep suppressing
and that's
it.
why I was like, bro, like, I haven't actually lived, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then actually, I want, like, if I'm gonna be buried, like, tomorrow, God forbid, when I'm buried there, najua hadi nikiamka, there's nothing I would do, like, I would have wanted to do. Hakuna kitu nilieka for tomorrow. Unakumbuka nikikuambia that people have normalized borrowing grief from tomorrow. As if ukifika kesho hiyo grief haitakuwa. So stop borrowing tomorrow's grief. Live today as it is. Like, live. I say this, and with all due respect to everybody out there who's trying to, like, make a better tomorrow for themselves. That better tomorrow might never come, but you can make today better, right? Today unaweza chukua tu hiyo 50 bob yako umeweka ukasema, nitatumia kesho sijui kufanya nini. Wende nini nanunuliwa na 50 bob jamani? Wende ununue bajia ukule, ufurahie. Sindo? And then, instead of uyeke, and then you never see tomorrow. If there's something, like, I've learned about death, it's so unforgiving, so unapologetic, like, it just comes so
unexpected. It's life in itself.
Yeah.
Number one, live a day at a time. When my shushu passed, I was going through what you said. Like, being okay for everyone. And everyone was like, uko sure, just cry right now.
Uko sure, uko sawa.
When you go home,
utakuwa sawa.
Me, I'm like, no, I'm good. Because first of all, I'm not okay crying in front of you.
Yeah.
I'd rather cry alone. So the best thing to do is fika home. Ama wherever you find best comfortable. Feel everything. It's going to be really uncomfortable.
Manze.
Oh my God. Really uncomfortable. So many questions. So many whys. But I feel like the more you think about it, the more you feel it. Now you have enough capacity. When you're done feeling the sorrow, joy will have enough capacity for you. You have enough capacity for so much joy. Other than just having a little bit of joy and remembering the grief.
True. Sit with your
And you know, like,
emotions. Sit with them.
I've learned a lot, like, from my homeboy's passing. Like, this nigga used to live,
He
bro.
lived.
This
Damn.
nigga used to live. Alikuwa ananipigia and he was just living, and he pushed me to like live life. And one of the things I was telling myself, to honor him, I need to like live, you know? Like he used to live. He pushed. Unajua mimi ni msee mwenye, like watu ufikiria like I'm very outgoing, but then sikuwa outgoing hivi, you know? He pushed me out to be outgoing, you know? And I really, really, really do appreciate him for that, man. He really made me realize.
He actually lived an apologetic life. Like,
he really lived,
without
man.
apologies.
Yeah, and
somebody who said
he loved, and I'm learning from him that life should be lived, and you should love.
Somebody once
and
said,
I'm also like and I'm also like learning that you should feel whatever you're feeling and give yourself grace. And I'm learning to give myself grace, and I'm trying to like every day I'm like, bro, just do one thing that you're supposed to do.
True.
So one nakwanga tu na ka timetable, like I made a timetable, and I was like, you have to do like one thing, at least one thing in this thing. You cannot stay down.
Yeah, true. You can't.
Na mimi, one thing I know, and one thing I tell myself, like I hate fucking losers, and I can't be one of them. So
I also hate victims.
Bitch, stand the fuck up and take a walk. Like kutembea ndo inakushinda. So like I wake up and like go and take like evening walks, and I'm like, bitch, I did one thing. And then the next day I'm like, oh, like I'm not feeling like doing it. And I'm like, bitch,
you have to.
Simama. Enda usikililie, like feel whatever you're feeling right now, and I give myself like an hour to feel whatever I'm feeling, and then I get up immediately, and then do what I'm supposed to do. And that has helped me in this chapter of my grieving, because the last time I didn't grieve well, and right now I'm grieving, and I think I'm growing, and I'm learning how to like grieve better.
Are there times when you actually come out of your comfort zone? That time you were telling yourself, I don't feel like going, and then the moment you go, you're like, why didn't I feel like coming again?
Yeah,
I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad I showed up.
Like
exactly.
Because I like doing like walks, sunset walks. Jioni medi. Jua ikiwa imewaka spendi. So napendanga tu jioni, and like parents are always like, kila saa unatokanga tu huku jioni, unaenda kuona boyfriend yako, like relax, like it's not a man I'm going to see. So yeah, but it's really hard even like talking about it. But I feel like I wanted to talk about it because I know like a lot of people are grieving also. And a lot of people are facing the things that I'm facing. It's not me peke yangu. I know like several people have. Najua like taking shots is unhealthy, but
take shots,
bro. Inani side
take shots.
The moment you're in a
bro, inani side
it helps.
at the
anything
moment
to validate
like,
whatever you're feeling, because at that time that's what you need.
Yeah, I'm like bro, like me nataka kupiga shots ndo nikuwe sawa.
Yeah, if you're alive you might as
well
shots,
napiga raundi, and I'm like niko sawa. Na si ati ni kila siku. I'm like leo penye imefika.
True.
But I need substance.
But also
like,
I think
you go through like a lot of things in a day, and I wonder what when they don't indulge. Congratulations, by the way.
But no. I also think you not all the time yenye you're feeling a certain way, you use your escape as that.
Not every time.
You
Not
know, at
all
some
the
point
time.
you even get tired.
Bro,
of things.
unajua, like,
You can't do it every time.
you
Because
can't do it
I've
every
had-
time,
I've had-
but for me,
At
that's
that
my last
moment,
straw.
yeah.
Nimejournal,
Umejaribu
imeshindikana. Nimeenda nimetembea,
Someone else is the worst.
nimeshindwa.
Heri uchukue shots than talking to someone.
I tried to talk to somebody inakwanga tu hapa.
Yeah. Ama they even make you
It
feel
feels
worse.
like a lump in your fucking throat. And then like I'm like, bro, like, enda piga shot.
True.
And then I'm like, now it's quiet. Now it's quiet. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's not a healthy way. Me nimewambia si healthy. Yeah, why?
I feel like the healthiest way
is like journaling, take a walk, swim, fanya
real.
kitu,
Okay,
be
yeah.
very
Direct
active.
that
It's part
energy
of- it's
somewhere,
part of
whatever
what I
you
wanted
do.
to say, like,
Direct it
validate
somewhere.
validate yourself first.
Yeah.
By either taking a walk, journaling, I don't know, distract yourself.
Mi
with
ndo
something
niseme,
healthy.
bro, checking.
Direct it somewhere.
Hello,
itatafuta
ndo
njia ya
niwatafute. By the way,
You've tried
I've tried
everything
everything else, and I've tried even, I have a therapist. Nimeongelesha therapist wangu, and that feeling is not going away. I'm like, bitch, take a
You
shot
know, that's usually
and
another thing.
leave
You can talk
and
to
dance.
someone and it's still there.
It's still there.
You're just giving them
The thing is,
information.
but I've noticed validation haitokangi anywhere, just
Just by
anywhere.
yourself.
It has to come from a
within.
source
Yeah,
that
yeah.
iko ndani yako. You cannot force it. Like even if I
nobody
don't
else
feel
can
you like
get you.
that, alafu niseme, hey, let me talk to Yvonne. I'ma talk to you and I'm still gonna be depressed as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
So find something. Direct your energy somewhere before it directs you somewhere. 6 feet, that is.
Workout, dance,
Do something with that energy.
sing, music.
Like if you're alive, just live like a living thing. Like tofauti yako na maiti isikue tu scenery, tafadhali. Just live. Also, this is bad,
question.
but
Before you, sorry to interrupt. What about anyone who's tried all those things and it's still not working out? Are you trying
They
to say
know
those people who have crashed out, they haven't tried any of that?
no, not they haven't. Yeah, they haven't tried. Do you know what happens? Inakuanga validation. Okay, it happens like this. I want Kama to validate me. Unaona? But Kama ana shughuli na mimi. Kama is like, bitch, fuck you. So, every time I'll do things, not to please me, to please Kama. Those things build up.
Kama.
Alafu, itafika place zime build up and Kama is not validating my efforts ama the actions I'm taking. Then I'll be like, so siku moja utasikia, Terry amedunga Kama 100. Visu 100, like. So then mtanisoma kwa magazeti, alafu mtasema, msichana alikuwa mpole. She could never. Hawezi fanya hivyo. Kumbe ujui. And then people will start judging you na, anawezaje fanya hivyo mtoto wa watu? Mbona alifanya hivyo? Amjui kitu Kama ameni put through. Amjui kitu Kama I'm not saying you do that, but there kuna inafikanga part and everything is screaming at you, stop. You see the first scream, yeah, stop. That's when you're supposed to stop. When you see that red sign, stop. Ama uta crash. Like you're gonna die. You stop.
At the end of the day.
It's easy. True, easier said than done. Do you know, unajua what happened? Me, I used to feel my emotions. Kabisa, I used to be such a crybaby. Then one day, zimeni overwhelmed. I'm seated in my room. So I want to cry, to let it out. Na nilishindwa kulia. Do you know how frustrating that was? I was unable to cry. So, nilikaa nikajiuliza, okay, God, everything has refused. Just let me cry. Because I tried to open up to Yvonne. So, I'm sending her a voice note. Alafu naisikiza, I'm like, no.
Una delete.
I can't, no. So, I tried, like, I don't know, I just feel like before it gets to that point, the first scream, yeah, stop, that's when you're supposed to stop. It's the
Stop
same.
and do what?
It's okay, let me tell you, even it's like, what exhausts people, what makes people burn out? See, leo you're feeling, una feel ni responsibility, right? Like, for me, I really want to be financially stable. I don't want to be like this all the time to my parents, right? But as of now, there's nothing I can do to be that way. I can't rob a bank because I don't have the right team. I can't do because it's wrong. So
That's a good Christian.
I just have to be like, you know what, life has to go on. Like, do you know what my system will do? Itaanza kuniambia, oh, sasa ona kila saa Terry, huwezi tafuta kazi, as if, you see, then I'll start now blaming myself, nini. So when was the first, wanasemanga, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time to plant it is now. So, kama unansikia, now is the time you stop. You stop looking for validation elsewhere and everything. You stop putting efforts where you're not supposed. You stop watering dead plants. That's what I mean. You see? If that job of yours is loss after loss after loss after loss, maybe that's a sign. Stop. Reevaluate. Now do it again. Right? Your mind yako haibelievingi what is true. Ina believe kitu inaambiwa. It believes what it's told. So the moment your boss keeps shouting at you every waking hour, you're useless employee, always late, you can't do anything with your life. Then unarudi nyumbani, your spouse is like, why did I even marry you? What is wrong with you? Then unakaa watoto wako ndo like, and then so unaanza, it starts hitting you and it starts eating you from the inside, right? So your mind, that's what your mind takes in. But your mind is supposed to be told otherwise. So the moment your boss tells you you're useless, you can't amount to anything in your life, look that fucking boss of yours in the eye and tell them I quit. No, don't do that. Just
Who's gonna feed you?
just sit down and tell yourself otherwise. Mtu akikwambia you're useless, tell yourself I'm useful.
So self-validation.
Yeah, validate yourself. Mtu akikwambia unakaa aje leo, look yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, I look good. You know, kuna hii ngoma ya like my father anasemanga, and when you are old and tumekuwa shabby and all that, you look at me and tell me you look good today. And you will believe it. You know why? Because it's coming from a point of love. You still look like an old nini, but you believe it. So your mind doesn't have to believe what is true. It's what it's told. If leo kila mtu akikuja kwambie this is yellow, everybody in the whole world believes this is yellow, your mind will start believing it's yellow because that's what it's been told. So the moment somebody says negative, you say positive to yourself. It has to be you, baby. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to stop you. If you want to commit suicide, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to stop you. It's your life.